Yes, I can understand why people were giving heat to Kwadwo Sheldon.
Okay.
Because how he responded, yeah, there was an easier way and a very simple way for him to just kill this, if indeed he didn't want to drag it. That's why when I was listening to his or watching his video, I was asking myself when he was saying people are hypocrites and they are the one dragging this whole conversation. I was like, before Shatta came to respond in equal measure after that particular post from you. Now what tweeted 10, 15 already. So if there's somebody that or drag our conversation with, it was definitely you. When I drag our conversation with, because he gave just a very simple message. And in fact, it was even on another person's post, Metro TV's post, and who you commenting on it. So if you didn't need his help, it was very simple. Sorry, I don't need your help. Yes, sometimes this whole help and your friend says celebrity help. If you want me for sure, be show. That is why some celebrities overshare. They are not quick to respond to go and help people whenever even their colleagues are doing it. Because Obiana ne Ebia Obi the more $10 beko. Oh, $2 now see Cabeson. Oh, the quality. This is celebrity status. You buy $2 spend as near Sadi have been do a thing free. So me, I partly agree with him when he says sometimes people should be measured on how they are approaching. I want to help you. I want to help you. Yes, people need help, but let's also be calculative on who we go to or we offer help to.
Okay. But you can't decide that whether it is in good faith or not. We understand because you have issues with him already. So for you to react the way that he did, I mean, obviously it didn't go well. And after that, I think Shatta also piled some heat on him and all those things. And it is going on like that. I think at this point, Shatta should also, I mean, pause a bit. I mean, a lot of people are saying that Kwadwo Sheldon didn't do well. And Sheldon has apologized to some extent. In his apology, I think it was more about going for the mother side. Not really about Shatta. As for him and Shatta there, or say it's still our person in go that thing. And the mother no panacho yet yase or ne Shatta mon concert on person kono. So mo bre no mo pese or mo patch up things are fine. We day is good for the game, is good for the industry and all those things. And I think Shatta Sheldon at this point he's in a situation very difficult for him to decide how to move.
How? Because
he's now more politically affiliated some way somehow.
Okay.
Of course, Shaxi by no na yango ne you are Uber or had that. What I say? But Shaxi ne Ghana for dear a private company by a Ghanaian. And then Ghana for far more
a prominent Ghanaian.
A prominent Ghanaian, okay. I'll give him that. Yeah. So and Ghana for be no Efa Shaxi a treasure Sikana most penny or Shaxi hono. Ba mo mo no be dey mo kwan ma mo be dey all the developmental project because omucha taxes are omucha taxes fees kana aba private person or dividends no or spending or manum.
Yeah.
So this is a made in Ghana product. And I don't think it's so hard to do these versions for lotteries and all these other companies and all these various apps we use.
For me, if there's one thing that I pick from is the testimonies of Peller. Like everywhere he goes, whoever he meets, he always talks about the experience that he had with Shatta Wale when he came to Ghana. And that is one thing that always like gladdens my heart. Say, okay, at least if not for anything, somebody like he's affiliated to came to Ghana, had quote and unquote some bad experience. But he came, and this time, like I said before he came, say, I like the fact that Shatta is the one hosting him. Nanki ebenya amount for more hosting people from that side. Ebi by ebenya amount for more hosting amomu good experience. We will always have them giving good testimonies. Shalamin the God by if so you will be to say Shatta and no man is a good experience now. And he will not go and sit on his platform and speak bad about Ghana like that. And all these people are people that can serve as indirect agents and ambassadors to promote whatever agenda we want to make drive in making Ghana a tourism destination country.
For him to come out to say that, yeah, this is why I'm feeling the heat and all those things there. I doubt him. But I'm not taking the fact that there are some fans who can go like and behave like that. No, not at all. So when he says it generically, we can give it to him and say, oh well, we know that some fans can do that. So let's take it like that. And again, I'm also with Roland on the Peller's angle. I mean, Peller full of praises of what Shatta Wale did for him, and I think that is what I would take out of whatever conversation that went on. I think he was projecting Shatta Wale in a way that even if somebody watching that thing was hearing the name Shatta Wale for the first time, obviously after that section they will go and find out who Shatta Wale is. So I think what Shatta did for Peller was a positive one for his image and even the brand that he wants to push across Africa. I think he has gotten a very good ambassador in the name of Peller.
Ride or drive with Shaxi. Download the Shaxi ride-hailing app and sign up as a driver or rider. Get Shaxi today from the Google Play and Apple App Store today.
It is Tuesday evening here on Sammy Flex TV and time up for Showbiz Daily. My name is Sammy Flex. Gentlemen are seated for us to run through and discuss some of the very, very important stories happening around our industry. Thank God the floods did not kill us, so we are alive. But I was shocked to hear about 13 people have died though.
Hey.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I read some stories this morning and I think on my journal or so. Yesterday, I think it was yesterday when I said I haven't heard about any death.
Me too.
Yeah. No, reports
13 people died yesterday.
Yes, about 13 people so far have been reported dead. As a matter of fact, I heard and I was shocked. I said, wow, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. And we thank God that we are safe. Our studio is safe. The flood did not come to our studio. So those who would want to help us.
They don't have to.
We help. Bring and more. But so talking about flood and studio and other things, I would want us to start on this particular topic, where I'll be picking you guys your views on about Kwadwo Sheldon and Shatta Wale. Actually happened yesterday on the show. I think I promised you before we close, I promised you that today we'll be handling it here on the show. As we record now, as we do the show now, information we are gathering is that Kwadwo Sheldon has first of all deleted all the tweets he made about the saga, and again there is a video of him rendering an apology to Shatta Wale for dragging his mother into that conversation. And again, we have also seen a video of Dr. Baumia, calling him to wish him well and to make sure that, oh, I heard. So more angles in that. The Baumia factor, Shatta Wale's factor, the apology factor, and the fact that he is still saying that he didn't need Shatta Wale's help in any way. Well, most of these videos are out here for you to go see. Let's check them out. And when I come back, I introduce my panel members, so we start running. Stay tuned. I'll be back.
Wale. Aquaman she needs to also be man fishing net or see the baby. We ask them. You tweeted that you don't want to help me. That's I know they like. Everybody want drag this thing. Me coaches come free in the hall. Taking money from him is like taking money from Aisha Modi. Shamanim very. Oh, me hear me bomb me rough. True. You blocked me on Twitter and you found fool on the TLC say, yeah. You want to help who? Person you go help you, no go stress you. Who they, even if it came from a genuine place, me say me pet. Hypocrites, my nigga. Hope you didn't conform me who will be the first person you go mention? Think about it. The next time you come into my comment section to come and self-pontificate, think about that. But that's not, I apologize because me in my media, say, I'm not known for that. Charlie, me a cratchet, me a guy man, me a play mine.
Maniswa be making kind woman. Makoma Charlie, he pay me say, yeah, but I've deleted all the videos and I apologize to Shatta and I apologize to mommy for. Honestly, I know you saw time. I just reposted, but it is all good. Until I apologize. Back to the substantive. What's wrong? I'm apologizing to the mom for bringing her into this conversation. I was raised right, so this is not something I did do. But because of one or two things where I carry, I'm coming inside. But because he the mommy, the mama, they know yawa. He is known for that. I am not known for that. So I'm apologizing to his mom and to him. And maybe how I went about rejecting the offer, no. So maybe I don't do one well. So I apologize for that. But me kwaji help him free no hard. Facts, my nigga. Because person will help you, no go stress you. What you talking about? Into some mu crab bread, SM4 mu crab bread. Today people are talking about.
Yeah, Doc.
Yes, how are you?
I'm good. Yourself?
Not too bad, not too bad. I heard of this big flooding in Ghana, and your house was apparently very affected.
Yes, Doc. That is what happened.
Serious. That's very serious. I'm currently in London, but I'll be back before the weekend. But I was told that I wanted to I got your number, and I just wanted to call and check on you.
Oh,
how you doing?
Thank you very much. We are okay. Everything is okay now. We've been able to, clear the place, and we are back to business. So everything is cool.
It's cool, huh?
Yeah. Everything is normal now.
Wonderful. We thank God.
Yeah.
So we'll be in touch when I get back.
No problem. Okay? Thanks for the call,
right.
Doc.
Take care. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Take care.
Right.
Bye.
Anyway, so after watching these videos, I'm sure we can now start talking. Gentlemen are seated. Roland Amate, my immediate left, obviously enjoying his favorite position from Shaxi, Shatta Movement, Roland Reports, Empire, and more. Roland Reports, Shatta Movement, Empire, and more. And I'm moving on to a gentleman who is visiting us here for the very first time. He's an observer, he's a watcher, and he's someone who has contributed to our industry. But at the moment, he jackpot. Yeah, he has jackpot to America, but he passed through Ghana and said, this is my industry. So if I'm here, let me say a thing or two. Big man, introduce yourself to the people, what you've done, and let's start talking.
Hi, Ghana, and hi, viewers. I'm Marshall, and I write novels, and I used to be part of the Ghana publishing industry.
Yeah.
I'm still part of, but I'm not doing much lately.
Okay.
And I'm back here, and I'm like, let me come and pay very good homage to
I know, right?
Our senior here.
Yeah. I heard you were doing movies as well.
Yeah, I was, and I'm still in, like, we don't know where the industry is right now, but we're all just trying to.
In fact, I was going to ask the same thing you just said. At the time, I heard you guys were making money from movies, but unlike now.
Well, making money is relative, as I keep saying. Everything is relative.
Okay.
I don't think I was making a lot of money back then.
But
someone will say, "Yeah, we're making money."
Okay.
There's not much money. It's not like people don't want to invest in a movie business. Okay. People will very much want to, but it's about the returns. Like, what is Kako Shem to see? What happens? Are you going to get it back or not? And people have problems with that. Like, It's always about the returns. Yeah.
I know he'll be fine. After all, now he's not actively producing movies, so I want to believe he'll be fine. So you can simply call him Marshall. He'll be visiting us from time to time, and again, even when he trips to America, we have a way to contact him to be giving us reports from America as well. I know BBSU America. As our correspondent, and of course, in Team Do the Solomon, Chemo is also at the other end. Chemo said yesterday he grew some grey hair. Chemo, he grew, Papa. he grew, Papa. Grey hair all over. But Chemo, let me start with you. Kwadwo Sheldon Shatta Wale, the whole factor that I have brought out for conversation.
Yeah.
How do you handle it?
I think the angles are so much now that it is difficult to focus on just one.
Okay.
Even if you just focus on Shatta Wale and Kwadwo Sheldon's exchange. Then before you know, you will be bringing in the mom's angle, and then now Baomia's angle, and even the political angle. Interestingly, our show that we did about pop and politics. Do you know that NDC people are sharing our thing? I've seen a lot of NDC people sharing the segment we did about the flood. Oh. Obi obeshebi amenko he na Mahama na NDC. Because
did we say something bad about MPP?
Yeah, I think the part that we said that World Bank gave them $150 million to fight the flood. And
you got us some facts like that.
Yeah, and we are still having floods in the system. So obviously they want to say that whatever is happening now, MPP for no man. I think that's why they are sharing it like that. Well, we understand, but say table they should have the same energy to also share. Because
to sustain it.
We love them tell us what and we want to give them more. So for me, I think Shatta came from a good place, but at the point maybe Sheldon, he can decide for himself, and at the point he felt that no, I can't trust Shatta or whatever that he's going to offer me. I think where he got wrong is the response that he gave at the time. I mean, he had every right to reject whatever offer that Shatta wants to give. But you see, you can do it in a way for people to say that this didn't go well, or okay, it's your right. If you don't want help, you don't want it. And in fact, me, I'm of the view that before you help anybody, it's better you ask them. And Shatta did that. He was saying that if you need help, then I'll be.
No, I know you've been saying that thing all the time.
Yes, I've been saying it because some people don't want your help. So if you just go in, like, let's imagine Shatta, for whatever reason, gathered some items or money or whatever, and then straight to Sheldon's place. Home. And say that, Charlie, I've seen that you are going through something.
Life jacket,
yes, and I want to give you. Look at the embarrassment that will happen at the time. Masafa would be on the same way you free me so and all those things. So it's better you ask people if they need help. And obviously, if they need it, they will accept it. If they don't need it, then they will say, "Oh, thank you, but I don't need it," or something like that. So I think it was within Sheldon's right to reject whatever offer that Shatta is giving. But the way that he did it is why we are talking now. I mean, imagine that he just said that, okay, oh, bro, I don't need your offer, I'm good. I'm good. Or I'm getting even better offer from somewhere else, so I'm okay. Then it's within your right to do that. But to bring in, go and take care of your mother and all those things, I mean, it was like he was just waiting for Shatta to commit or say something so that he can jump on him. And I think it's a good thing that he's apologizing for whatever happened. Then he should just move on from there. I mean, when somebody is coming out with a kind gesture or coming in good faith, but you can't decide that whether it is in good faith or not. We understand because you have issues with him already. So but for you to react the way that he did, I mean, obviously it didn't go well. And after that, I think Shatta also piled some heat on him and all those things. And it is going on like that. I think at this point, Shatta should also, I mean, pause a bit. I mean, a lot of people are saying that Kwadwo Sheldon didn't do well. And Sheldon has apologized to some extent. In his apology, I think it was more about going for the mother side. Not really about Shatta. As for him and Shatta there, or say it's still our person in go that thing. And the mother no panacho yet yase or ne Shatta mon concert on person kono. So mo bre no mo pese or mo patchy up things are fine. We day is good for the game, it's good for the industry and all those things. And I think Shatta Sheldon at this point, he's in a situation very difficult for him to decide how to move.
How? Because
he's now more politically affiliated some way somehow. To get call from somebody like Baumia is not a joke. And you have to keep certain composure for Baumia to be attached to you. Say Baumia down for no now the attempt now you some way.
Okay.
Meanwhile, he wants to be in his own element.
Okay.
And no one is saying Kawaka no want to make a caveat why they do attempt that day. So I think he's in a position. Yeah, a very difficult position for him to pick a side. Like, where do I stand for me to do whatever I want to do? So for me, I think it will be good for him to keep quiet. Okay. Now you are in crisis or something has happened to you. We know that you have enough to recover. You don't even need anybody's help. Fine. But still, people will still throw their offers and all those things. For those that you want to accept, yes, accept it. For those that you don't want to accept, tell them that I'm good.
No,
don't,
thank you.
Yeah, don't go around and say other stuff that I think will not help.
Well, at least for someone to delete a post on social media, it's even a first sign of saying sorry. So the fact that he's deleted it means that indeed he is feeling sorry. Let me go on to Masha. Masha, which of the angles would you want to touch on? Kwadwo Sheldon, Shatta, Wale, Bawizi.
Well, for the I heard a lot of things that okay in the material. Now, Okache me say, Kwadwo Sheldon, okay, assassin me try Shatta no anya dia. Akoye say, I say wabo biem. Na o catch and say so also be me bia ye kon also be bo me yam na de na bo mani.
Okay.
What I say?
Yeah, I get it.
Ye need formula for war on a fight. What I say? And he say or hete de mamia. Me I have a problem with usually say we be about out no because say problem because the same person is solving money pan because even celebrity. There are a lot of people going through serious crisis and they're not receiving help from anyone. So I have a problem with Baumia for one. I have a problem with Shatta calling Sheldon to offer help. What I say?
Oh, that's
because there are so many people. It's his friend.
But Baumia doesn't know you, so Masha, he won't call you.
No. But that's the problem. 13 people died yesterday.
The families of the 13.
And the families of these 13 people are still grieving. And just because, but a leader. As a leader, you don't have to know someone.
Baumia is no leader for anybody.
No, but he's a leader. He's a leader. What I say, and you knowing people. What I say, like you don't have to know someone before you can extend help. Unless say be our extending help be that I haven't heard of. What I say, but over pick Kwadwo Sheldon, who is in a privileged position, to give him help is a problem. And secondly, Shatta Wale is what you know. Nipa 13, maybe at that time I won't say there.
No, but many might not have heard this thing.
Yeah. No, but that time I won't say. But Sheldon Kwana Adaya no say, Sheldon will be fine. You're gonna be like, it's gonna be fine. Not why I standing help to Sheldon. You're our enemy. But I was like, only great, sir. What I say? Not quite standing in help. Then he also behaves the way I said, what man no penalty so on winning against you. Or should go on. What I say? That's one man a chance. So on share. I feel that people offering help no, it's about time on social media. They stop offering help to the people who are already privileged, but they start doing it for people out there. Omuni obia, omuni exposure, omuni social media platforms now. Obeka samo now omonso your friend saying my boy will be equally. Because Sheldon Castle here will be Sheldon will be fine. What did I say? And Baumia didn't help you now, Commando. Shatta Wale is also willing to help. And the Indian could lie when they watch Sheldon. Then what about the rest of the people out there?
I rather have an issue with Baumia calling Sheldon and not putting out even a public post because Baumia, his position, he's now a guy for the people. Yeah. And if, let's say, a disaster, in quotation marks, if a disaster has befallen the country and you could only call one person,
now you are coming into his point.
No, that's what I'm saying. On that side, because of who Baumia is. But for Shatta doesn't have that responsibility.
No, he does have the responsibility. Because people with huge platforms.
Oh, if you consider Baumia and Shatta, and something has happened to like
me and comparison.
We can.
No, compare there. No, we are going deep, senior. But the fact is, Shatta's whole platform, a huge platform, equally like Baumia. And if Shatta creates me a standing hand to help all these various people, you can't be selective. As a serious marginalization in society. I say DBS ka for no near almost privilege now and
I want to argue. No, I want to argue for Shatta. There is a story out there that a flood has happened. Too many people are involved. Who are you even going to? But this time round, one guy that he knows was seen in a video running around. It will be easier to reach out to that one guy than the populace.
The other people that
you don't know anybody. Yes, you might have heard. But who do you even run to?
But it could also be easier to also use your platform to say, oh, Kwadwo Sheldon. But Kwadwo Sheldon, no, some Sheldon Kwan and one trainer. Name of Moskaka means me more obia. But me now for more media and more Moskano. Mumeboa with Bibi Kakra, a best support to say. I'm one trainer said, not more it's me and Rachel enough. Just a bit me and support. I'm not calling Shatta out for just this. It's not just him, but it's not like it's something in society like. Celebrities, you know, a group baby, also like a standing helper, they do it within themselves, and now they do it for people. About social media, that's more publicity.
Of course.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
What's important? So you can help people. It's nice. One person, of course, you can help everyone. That's what I'm saying. Oh, Shatta, boy, a friend saying, Kwadwo Sheldon, nice, although he doesn't need it, but bueno. But as much as bueno knows, there are other people who genuinely need it. And you said Nadmo would not do enough. So about this whole discourse about Shatta can say Kwadwo Sheldon and all that. No. It's like we're all losing the plot.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, the plot is for Sufia Fladish, Sheldon Fia Fladi. So how are these people faring now? 13 people have died now. So how are we going to deal with these people? They're all grieving. And apart from grieving, they've lost properties. How are we going to deal with these people?
I get it.
And I think you lose this, these banters here and there. But in the end, Kwadwo Sheldon, but when you're about me, class and friend, without Shatta help. But solve it. But maybe it's not to the whole area, Sheldon.
Anyways, thank you, Masha. Take over from there. And what are you also putting in?
Not more than there. I'm paying also.
Administrators now.
I saw one guy that was crying because he owns a fitting shop and a flooding and a fan shop on, and some people's car were carried away by the rains and by the flow, and he now doesn't know what to go and tell the owners of those vehicles because only maybe a car in the crowd, only maybe a car in the crowd, and it's very sad. It's very sad. For me, yes, I can understand why people were giving heat to Kwadwo Sheldon, because how he responded, there was an easier way and a very simple way for him to just kill this if indeed he didn't want to drag it. That's why when I was listening to his or watching his video, I was asking myself when he was saying people are hypocrites and they are the one dragging this whole conversation. I was like, before Shatta came to respond in equal measure after that particular post from you, now what tweeted 10, 15 already. So if there's somebody that or dragging a conversation with, it was definitely you. When Albert dragged our conversation with, because he gave just a very simple message, and in fact, it was even on another person's post, Metro TV's post, and who no commenting on it. So if you didn't need his help, it was very simple. Sorry, I don't need your help. And no one on your pong, it will end there, and he cannot come and say by force. Kwadwo Sheldon, you need help. I am bringing you life jacket. I am bringing you canoe. No. And you'll be able to okay. Then Shatta has a hidden agenda after that particular conversation. But so will be responding say then you yourself expose yourself to people who are even looking for you in the first place. They are looking for a chance to hit at you, Kwadwo Sheldon. And a typical example, Kali J.
He's having fun with this thing.
Exactly. And after even when Kwadwo Sheldon came to throw the jabs and the punches, rubbing in Shatta's mother and all, for me, I like how Shatta took the whole conversation. Looks as if he was even making fun of the whole thing. Because normally, and some of the things that Kwadwo Sheldon said, no, and kebet me a flame, obi and kebet me a flame in the app, I'm an abe mouth. It's also open, any, kebet yen basa. But you can clearly see, say, Oba, he was also making fun of the whole situation, saying, oh, fear flade, routine, akobo, be polytank, and if you go, fear now, like that kind of thing. So even when he came to do the space and all of that, people realized, oh, even Shatta self had not taken this issue so what can be by Kwadwo Sheldon is the one dragging the whole conversation. For me, I think it is unnecessary, and I agree. And it's also giving me or pushing me to that vibe that yesterday I was having, the conversation I was having with Long John when he raised the political angle, and I shut it down and say, oh, if you are flooded, it has nothing to do with which political party is in power. But then the call coming from Baumia to Kwadwo Sheldon and everything is making me think twice on the whole on that particular conversation. Say, okay, could it be now could it be the reason why Kwadwo Sheldon deleted his tweets? And again, because that particular post or whatever he was trying to say, had a certain direction. But as the banter with Shatta came to give the whole conversation a different direction. I said, no, your mommy agenda be. Your mommy agenda be now. I say, me lose focus. So now the call has come. Hey, stay focused. You understand? So for him to go and delete that, because after deleting that, some post no omeki about Nifia flooding in Yaman. Those posts are there.
Yeah, of course. So
some post no honor. And when Baumia came, Baumia did not come.
Did not promise him anything.
No. But he asked, are you okay? I heard this and that. Okay, I will come. When I come, that is when I'll be able. And the whole conversation is still centered around the flood and everything. So I'm asking, okay, so the people that are driving some political agenda and they say, okay, Kwadwo Sheldon made that particular post to add up to the conversation of making the sitting government unpopular. Could it be true? Because of his soft spot for MPP, I still want to give him the benefit of the doubt. Like, I still want to give him the benefit of the doubt and say, Ebia, coincidentally, and Anyama Beshieshia. And because he is also in the good books of Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Call me to me about Sikafu down for there. Apia Stadium. He was in the midst of despite of police appointment and stuff. It's a Kwadwo Sheldon Baumia friend and Kenya problem. But so me, I still want to have that coincidental situation in my mind. Say, Ebia, it is because he is in the good books of Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, an MPP, into Nunya call from that quarters, but not because he is serving a certain political agenda to crisis thing amount for suffer. And I agree with Marshall. Say, yes, sometimes this whole help and your friends say celebrity help me and they are there. If you want me for sure, it be brave show. That is why some celebrities overshare. They are not quick to respond to go and help people whenever even their colleagues are doing it. Because Obiana ne Ebia obi the more $10 beko. $2 now see Cabeson. What the call this is a celebrity status thing. You buy $2 spend as near aside have been do what free. So me, I partly agree with him when he says sometimes people should be measured on how they are approaching. I want to help you. Yes, people need help. But let's also be calculative on who we go to or we offer help to.
Well, Showbiz Daily, it is, and we are still here talking about some of the relevant issues in our showbiz space. Now, let's advance the conversation to something Captain Smart also said on his Onya TV show concerning Shatta Wale's Shaxi, concerning the fact that it is high time government call some of these people with great initiatives, like what Shatta Wale has started with Shaxi, for consideration and for further investment, so many people in society can get help. There are many who have welcomed such call. There are others who also say, some of these things Ghana, private and government, that collaboration oftentimes leads to so many issues. Well, I don't know what the rest of my people here in the studio also would see Captain Smart's call. Let's go watch a portion of that video, and when I come back, I get their views as well. Stay tuned.
They are guaranteed to manage Maslow, the transport division of Maslow.
Yeah.
JB.
Yes.
CCA, no, say. Uber is global.
Everywhere.
It was started by just a single person.
One individual.
Who developed an app. Tango, Yango, whatever of them. Even Shatta Wale the Shaxi. It sends a signal that we can actually grow young, intelligent people in this country who can sit and manage certain faculties of this country. But as people, we have refused and we are only looking at everything without political lenses. And this is what is hurting Ghana.
I see.
Look, what's this here?
Yeah.
Be sincere to yourself.
Yeah.
Who person watch me say the Maslow show sir. Me wuni minti me ba no wase saka ma me ba kufu a ondi 10 years.
How?
Who be
No.
No. So what we have to do as a country is we need to start grooming people. We need to start nurturing people. We need to start educating people about this country and how we are planning say a person de koyenim. Enti nipa na oye Uber no ni kuruma oni wiase mu de oye Tango oni ho de oye Yango oni ho Shatta Wale so wui Shatta is there.
Yeah.
And can say by now Minister of Transport etimi ya fresh Shatta Wale afre Masloga ka ho. What came to your mind? Shatta, despite when you ma woto no bibie no, this came to your mind. What is it about? Say oh me who say Uber eje take you over system no that is why I started. So now Shatta, you were a musician, but this business idea now Shatta Wale winya the taxi smaller commercial vehicles na the taxi no government is giving Shatta Wale 200 of those cars. Now recruit your drivers, let them pay to your company, let your company pay back to government.
Yes.
Now you grow Shatta our music industry now you grow no as an entrepreneur, as a businessman, as a transporter. Now you coffee show be so tamale say do be or tamale on also why taxi juma be 20 years on wait me at on a taxi. It means that our agenda yes it's you as a government, you as a president, you as a politician do not sit in the comfort of your office and distribute cars.
And Chairman, I know him. The sad aspect is that time almost started this transport business, you know. Even now, they no any Ghanaian based app no more use, you know. Just get a chunk of the money, no they call back to their hometown.
Well, Ru, I'll take over this to start because this is Shaxi, and of course, it is the office.
He's a poster boy.
Yeah, that's his office. So, how did you take it, or how did you welcome that news?
Well, for me, I was not too much surprised but then coming from a person like Captain Smart was where a year me surprised because I didn't know the conversation would get to that side or to that quarters because we as an entity or as a private entity has knocked on the doors of the friends and public offices plenty for some of these partnerships. Yes. It is not as if whatever he's saying it is out of place. Anka ne pape mua. This is a platform that was made or is made with the Ghanaian community in mind. All its modus operandi is tilted towards the Ghanaian community, but looks like there's what the boss would call some form of brainwashing and some form of directions and all of that. Yes, I can also agree when people say on our part as an entity, we can do better or we can do more. Yes, we can. That's one. There's always more room for improvement. That I would agree. But people should also understand that it is also a very young business and we are still doing our best to make it or to compete with the already established ones. So it is not a walk in the park like some people would see it, say, okay, because it is owned by somebody who is popular, it is supposed to be big. even from the beginning. It doesn't work like that. And this is a tech company. And yet, any other sector or any other company for us to say okay, we are going to measure it with the way some other companies in other sectors go. So for me, I think what Captain Smart said is very laudable. And yes, if people are going to ask, say, has Shaxi also tried to reach out to some of these offices? The answer is yes, and we are still doing. Okay. But definitely, there are certain conversations that sometimes they may not see some of these partnerships. But if at the end of the day we are able to get one that will help us grow, why not? We will do it.
It's a buy from back of the council.
Of course. Okay. We are very much open for any form of public-private partnership, because we know, say, one of the things that will make a country grow and flourish is public and private partnership, PPP, and we are always open and ready for it.
Roland says they'll go for more cars. Well, let me go on to Masha. Masha, have you seen the video?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, good. Let me also get your opinion on this.
Me share a Captain Smart or kind of anchor. Like most of the name, I was a government semi buano, private sector. No.
Okay.
Maybe a problem with companies like Uber, Yango, and all these ones here. So like whatever profit they make, and of course the government get taxes out of it. But in the end, most of the profit is sent back.
Okay.
It affects our import and export balance. It's a form of import. So it's Uber. I always say, sport bed, more charge, more taxi. And then government's version. So instead of betting, all these companies come in, and the government through NLA start their own betting company and let governments say it's our own.
They have national lotteries.
No, I mean like sports betting.
Version.
Okay.
Like at least unim say like countries like Malta, Luxembourg, and all that. The lotteries, boy economy, they didn't really build the whole economy, but it really helped.
Contributing,
Yes. And for companies like Shaxi coming up, America is a very powerful country. So when they come up with these tech companies, they push it. The government gives them resources to really push across other countries and all that. And China saw it. So China banned companies like Uber and all these. There's a Facebook, Twitter, and all that in China. They have their own version called Weibo. And with Weibo, WeChat is part of Weibo. Which is a bouquet. Like you can order food, you can chat friends, you can do everything with Weibo. And the reason Weibo is so strong in China, and they have about 1 billion, subscribers, is because the government made sure say it's their flag. They're not going to let any new company come in from anywhere to defeat it. And of course, Shaxi buy it, not Yango ne you are Uber or Hadida. What I say? But Shaxi ne Ghana for a private company by a Ghanaian. And Ghana for far more
a prominent Ghanaian.
A prominent Ghanaian, okay. I'll give him that. Yeah. So and Ghana for Bebrena Efa Shaxi a Sikana most penny or Shaxi hono. And no idea more crime, more idea all the developmental project because Omucha taxes are Omucha taxes fees can about private person or dividends no or spending or minimum.
Yeah.
So this is a made in Ghana product. And I don't think it's so hard to do these versions for lotteries and all these other companies and all these various apps we use. And in a close economy like China, they know. Say, Uber and compete. Hence, me and my Uber on Honor. Now, Ghana, you do level B, we can't do that. They're already here. Then when we start doing that, we become like an authoritarian country, because we don't allow new, innovative, stuff coming in.
Okay.
But what we can actually do as a nation is, Shaxi, help give it an advantage. Some tax breaks, some media, mileage. There are some 1 or 2 things the government can actually say, let all companies help push Shaxi, because international, your friends say, products.
Project,
Oh, but they don't do it. And now Uber, because anytime every Ghanaian be or for Uber biano, she knows it or export BB or import BB. What I say? Because it's a form of import.
And interesting, even the drivers or AK riders, they are even complaining about some poor treatment with the dividend sharing.
Of course,
they think they are not being treated fairly at all.
Exactly, and you know the problem with these companies, like Twitter, the one they had in Nigeria, or branch, you know. What I say? They don't understand the regions very well like we do. On the way, a big company in Silicon Valley, California, what I say? They don't even know how it works in Africa. I'm going up a few trusted people that they think they really know how to move the companies, like run businesses here. Now, you see, normally they run these businesses. And some of them actually take franchise. I'm not very sure about Uber, but I kind of heard, say, Uber is not, it's a franchise. Someone brought it here.
Yeah.
And the person is earning dividends on every ride
possible.
someone.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah, it's not for Uber. Uber actually gave them the franchise, the distributorship franchise to run it here.
No, it is possible it can happen like
yeah,
that.
it's possible. I'm not very sure. I'm not saying I'm sure.
Yeah.
But for Shaxi, it's Ghana thing. And so come to me, boy, Shaxi, university said tech, normally that they know. Making these apps is not very hard, though. They can come up with a lot of innovative stuff to say Uber Eats. I say Uber Eats for her. Uber Eats and all that, you know. It's very easy to do it. And I heard there was a Spanish company, but they came with some Glovo,
yeah.
Glovo.
Yeah.
But it's dead. The same way, and regular Ghanaians with your motor riders say no, fine. So I've started own versions of Glovo, would have been very easy. But me, I still don't know why the government is not supporting these things. And Shaxi is doing a good job. Me, honestly, me say Shaxi is about 3-4 years now.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's about another car. Who's that say? Yeah, but it's still here.
Yeah, it's still here.
It means that they mean business, and the government should take them seriously. They should. Because in the end, you know, almost spending almost in our ha. So the only profit is saying profit no nya no. But they turn them over. Shatta open swimming pool. Swimming pool here and there. He's gonna do more over here. Because hey, economy no spend this camera, and I like that.
Oh my Lord, Shatta, let's open swimming pool. Jamo, end this topic for me.
Me, I'm with anything that will help Ghanaian company. Just that I will have issue with the implementation. I mean, I know that, or I've been saying that when you want to see where waste and fraud happen in any government agency, it's true. Some of these targeting things that you think they are going to use to help
project,
social project, then the administrators will take advantage and loot and take the money for themselves. So I'm so skeptical about it when they say let's help somebody or let's help people to get on. Then I said, hey, so I'm for it, but my thing will be how are we going to do it? That will be the issue for me.
Can I say something?
Yeah, sure.
You for it, but you should also know that some of these companies is their history. Also, like before you can invest in a business, you check their track record. How long they've been in existence, how consistent they've been. I think Shaxi has that, you know.
I'm not.
They know what they're doing.
So I'm not saying it in the case of Shaxi and how Shaxi is going to run it. I'm saying it in the case of how the government is coming in to help. Because they can come with the idea of, okay, we want to come in and help. We will take this supervisory rule. And those government officials will be the one chopping the money. I'm not talking about the private side. Even if the private side, they are going to chop the money. I mean, that's why they are business people. They will find a way to take advantage of whatever is available to them. But the government people or the government agencies, they are supposed to make sure that we prevent waste and fraud. But most waste and fraud comes from their end. That's my point here. So they will give a very nice proposal. Okay, let's bring in cars to help Shaxi, but we will have an agency that will be supervising Shaxi. Before you know, half of the cars will vanish before it gets to Shaxi, but the name of Shaxi will be attached to the cars. They will say that, oh, we have brought in 10,000 cars, but Obeko Shaxi, 5 cars. Exactly. That's my thing here. That's why sometimes I'm not so sure the kind of help that they can give to a private entity. Where I go or I like the most is when you give them the tax reliefs and all those things, because that one is not a physical car. It's like, okay, if you are operating here, we are not going to take any tax for whatever you are doing for 10 years or something years. I am more confident in that thing.
We're going to give you access to media.
Exactly. Like you can, all the media, the government-owned media agencies, they are going to run adverts for you for maybe 2 years. And this is how we want to do it. How do we help you and all those things? I like those things than just giving a handout and all those things, because some of the leakages and waste, that's the places that they go. So for me, I think it is good that we help our companies here to grow, but we should do it in a way that without government help, or at a point that government will say, I'm no more with you, the companies can still run. It is better for us to get individuals to handle things than bringing in government, because we have the history here. I mean, I remember Panafest. Panafest was so huge at the time that it was an individual thing. Government came in and we don't have Panafest anymore. Now they are trying to bring Blaster experience and all those things. But for me, I'm not really hopeful or optimistic, because government agencies are the ones running it. So no be kokukra de oye dwuma itimi yinedi na ade na gu. But if it's a private person's thing, a private person running the whole thing and the government is supporting, I think it's more sustainable and it will stay longer than government coming in. So government should help private people. But we should be watchful of the way that they want to come in and help, because sometimes they will even come in and collapse the whole thing if you don't take care.
Well noted. Now let's try to do this finally before we can run away from here. We are moving into music and fanaticism, as some people say, stand culture. One story is on our table concerning Peller, a Nigerian streamer who came to Ghana, was hosted beautifully by Shatta some months ago. Now, Stonebwoy goes to Nigeria, records a song with one of the members of P Square. Which one?
Mr. P.
Yeah,
Mr. P. Okay, Mr. P of P Square's fame. And during a streaming session, Peller and Mr. P, something came up where Peller thinks that, for some time, because he went to Ghana, was hosted by Shatta, he's seen some kind of dislike from fans of Stonebwoy, and even Stonebwoy himself. He thinks Stonebwoy does not like him, or Stonebwoy is not behaving like he used to be with him as a friend. Then Mr. P comes through, and Mr. P says that, okay, he understands why there seems to be some attacks on the product from Ghana, and now he's suspecting they are Shatta fans because of the kind of friction and the rivalry between Stonebwoy and Shatta. And this has also become a conversation in some portions of our industry. Well, I would want to come to our people. Should we take some of these things normal so it doesn't shock you the next time you see some rivalry happening? In fact, Peller even told him that, in Ghana, it is just like it is Davido and Wizkid in Nigeria. When you mention Stonebwoy and Shatta, it is just like that. I'm asking, should we normalize this as part of the culture in this game? Let's watch the video, the interaction. And when I come back, we'll be closing up.
Can't go tell Shatta, say, bring me to Ghana. Shatta now bring me to Ghana.
Okay. Now I know where this problem they come from.
Where's it coming from, sir?
Okay. So I discover, say, Shatta people.
Yeah.
They attack him for my song.
For your song?
For this song we just do.
Why?
And they attack him.
Say no sweet.
No.
Something will sharp die like this.
No. Not say it does. I can feel that rivalry. Say they know they in good times. So now what you talking about already?
They are doing the video I will skip to for there.
They might be doing it.
When I get there, if you see Shatta Wale people, they do me like kings. They do me. Shatta Wale, God bless you. I love you.
He's a great guy.
It do me good. Everybody, they do me like they are presidents. You see where we head.
Let me go start this from America, and they understand this culture even some more. Marshall, so should we normalize this?
Well, of course, it helps the industry if at least it's not Biggie to Pac situation. Yeah, you know.
We always don't know when it will get there.
No, at least we like our culture. We're not very violent here. And
now people have pistols in Ghana.
More be bad.
It's for protection.
So the more they use. So me want them pet Ghana your vibe no. Yeah, you're violent.
No.
Yeah, you're violent. And for industry, you know, beefing is good. I don't know if you remember Jay-Z didn't Nas beef, you know.
Yeah.
In the end, Nas no be also a whack. In the end, they thought he wasn't a good rapper. But release ether to this Jay-Z, you know, people started recognizing him again. And Jay-Z on the other side, it boosted his career. So he was able to stand a veteran rapper like Nas. In the end, it helped him. The same with Manifest and Sarkodie.
Okay.
So it was like beef for Honoma. People like negative news usually. So it really drives, you know, the media movements. Some of these things, I don't think so. But I don't want your friends Shatta Wale and Stonebwoy to be nice to each other, because when they do, it becomes very boring. What I say, like, you know. So
you are not the first person to have said this, though.
Okay. So and also I think Shatta, Stonebwoy, you know, they don't want to kill each other. And yet Jay-Z Biggie level. What I say, they don't want to, you know, finish each other. So if it's like
one put a gun on.
Stonebwoy's move, then we all knew that he couldn't use it. He does know how you hold a pistol. The way he held it.
If you don't use it, why pull it?
That's the point. But just for me, the whole dancehall culture. Me saw a hard guy enough. Me saw a hard guy enough to put. I had him say dancehall culture. I find it very pretentious. So like I said, they all trying to pose hard guy. But our culture doesn't really need a hard guy, you know. So I say, doesn't really also help in any way. So Stonebwoy, Shatta Wale, they should keep it this way. It helps. And my fans know it gives engagement. This one defend this one. This one defend this one. But Shatta is my favorite. So sorry, Stonebwoy.
I see. Come through.
This is how we like it in this town. For me, it is very interesting for it to get to that level. For Mr. P to say that's like he's feeling even that particular heat on his product,
you don't trust
I
him?
don't trust it. I don't trust it because after releasing, I don't trust it. I don't.
What if I don't trust it?
I don't. I agree because you see. No. You know why? You know why I'm saying I don't trust it. Whether positive or negative reaction, it is still giving him the result he wants.
Yeah. But what are they saying?
What are they saying? Another interesting thing is that when you go to the comment section of almost where he's posted almost all that particular product, you hardly see negative comments. You hardly see negative comments.
I'm not sure you've read.
No, I've been.
he is reading and he knows what he's saying.
He's not the only one.
But you see, at the end of the day, the response on that particular product is benefiting you. So as much as you may want them to have a certain rapport, at the end of the day, you are a businessman, and sometimes the selfishness of that angle may take over, and you would have to keep quiet. And that is why I just don't want to gravitate towards the fact that he's saying, then that is it. So that is it. So what?
But what if he wants to put himself in the whole, Stonebwoy, Shatta conversation?
Yes.
To also get Ghanaians,
that is exactly the agenda.
The intent.
Yes. And not because he's feeling a certain heat and he wants them to stop. No.
It's an agenda.
It's an agenda. That is what he. That is what. Because he nearly took the whole conversation from Peller when Peller was even trying to narrate the thing.
Yeah.
He nearly took it from him to say, "Oh, so I guess that is the." You think Mr. P doesn't know? You think Mr. P doesn't know the tension between Stonebwoy and Shatta Wale? Come on. When Shatta has Shatta not been to Nigeria when he met Rude Boy and Rude Boy advised him to cool down sometimes.
I think they met in UK, not in Nigeria.
It was in US, right?
US.
Yeah.
So you want to tell me Rude Boy knows the tension between Shatta and Stonebwoy and Mr. P doesn't know? Come on. How can you tell me this story? You understand? They know. The whole of Nigeria knows the tension between Stonebwoy and Shatta Wale. Nigeria phone name him. So how can he come and tell me, oh, so that is the reason, Master, forget.
And the way he was very nonchalant about it was very suspicious.
He wants to be part of that conversation because he knows how that will help his numbers. He knows how that will drive whatever agenda he will push, whatever product he's brought on board. Because when he says that, even if there are certain people who have not even heard about it, they would want to go and check the product out. Oh, so which product is he talking about that Oka said even some of our people are speaking bad against or are speaking bad about? Let me go and check it out. Overcorner, it is added up to your numbers. When I checked, I think about it, the video has over 5 million.
Now it's 4 million.
4 million. Yeah, 4 million in 4 days.
Yeah.
In 4 days, this is just on YouTube and the video
on the trending
on the trending list. How much more?
What he wanted.
Other stores. Master, the guy is cashing out and he's adding to the conversation.
It's 1.1
for Peller's narration. For Peller's
1.1 million.
Yeah, 1.1 million in 4 days. Yeah.
Okay.
For Peller's narration, for me, if there's one thing that I picked from is the testimonies of Peller. Like everywhere he goes, whoever he meets, he always talks about the experience that he had with Shatta Wale when he came to Ghana. And that is one thing that always gladdens my heart. Say, okay, at least if not for anything, somebody like he's affiliated to came to Ghana, had quote and unquote some bad experience. But he came, and this time, like I said before he came, say, I like the fact that Shatta is the one hosting him. Nanki ebenya amount for more hosting people from that side. Ebiobi by ebenya amount for more hosting good experience. We will always have them giving good testimonies. Shall I mean the word by if so when you be to say Shatta and no man is have good experience now, and he will not go and sit on his platform and speak bad about Ghana like that. And all these people are people that can serve as indirect agents and ambassadors to promote whatever agenda we want to make drive in making Ghana a tourism destination country. Say
Solomon God is not one of those people to promote us.
But if Onyasa experience,
why can't he promote us?
Because that guy is all woke, and then he knows part of our continent we're very conservatives.
But
you gotta be like, so for one, you know, they don't like this LGBTQ agenda here. And the left likes that agenda. So already, you know, Solomon the God, he's a mouthpiece for the black people and all that, to really push woke agenda, push globalist agenda and all that for them. USA and all this kind of go. I'm sure this is definitely.
But I can also tell you that I can also say that if he has if he gets a direct contact experience with Shatta movement or Shatta Wale, I tell you it will give him a whole different direction and perception about Ghana than what he came to experience when he came alone. Like on buy your experience here no question any testimony. If he had somebody to direct him, like take him to certain places that Ebeman in Nigeria, you know, it is different when you have somebody directing you to certain places that than you coming alone or entering into a space alone, not having people who can really like the movers and shakers on the ground. Experience near two different things. Say, okay, my baby, me name area ne papa. Inti me pediane atokra no wan hwe ya se o ho no re akokwa ne ni abo wan hwe ya de wo baby nkwanche bi enye de do kambeka
menka ye kwacho menka
eno na kwacho but say unye obi a obetimi direct you say oh obey I am the one hosting you. Ube didi a me and mesuma me yakọ the best places to get you all and stuff. when you leave, you will leave with a good experience and a good testimony. And that is one thing that I am picking from Peller's stuff, and not only his interaction with Mr. P.
Chemo, close the show for us.
Yeah, obviously, Mr. P was using the angle to promote his product. I mean, when you go under his post right now, over 4.7k comments. I've not seen even one bad comment.
Wow.
One that is saying that okay, your product is not good, or I don't like the song. So far I've not seen.
So you are reading from just one platform.
Yes, YouTube.
So
yes.
I want to bet that on other platforms.
Maybe on the other platform.
It is there. Yes.
But I really want to see how and what they were saying that will make him say that he's feeling the heat or something like that. I think if anything at all, it will be Beam fans pushing the product, not Shatta fans coming under the product to make bad comments or anything like that. I doubt if people, like many people, will do that. For them, they will rather praise their own than to come there and say anything. I mean, when it comes to things like this.
Well,
in other side,
so
yes.
me knowing these fans,
I
know some of the things they can say.
They
can go like, so this whack verse is what Stonebwoy delivered. You think Stonebwoy is nothing, this one won't go anywhere.
They will say
like it's their thing.
I know that they will say that for sure. But what I'm saying that this particular one, I'm yet to see those things. I'm not doubting like they won't say it or they are not capable of saying.
But the effect,
for him to come out to say that, this is why I'm feeling the heat and all those things there. I doubt him. But I'm not taking the fact that there are some fans who can go like and behave like that. No, not at all. So when he says it generically, we can give it to him and say, oh well, we know that some fans can do that. So let's take it like that. And again, I'm also with Roland on the Peller's angle. I mean, Peller full of praises of what Shatta Wale did for him, and I think that is what I would take out of whatever conversation that went on. I think he was projecting Shatta Wale in a way that even if somebody watching that thing was hearing the name Shatta Wale for the first time, obviously after that section they will go and find out who Shatta Wale is. So I think what Shatta did for Peller was a positive one for his image and even the brand that he wants to push across Africa. I think he has gotten a very good ambassador in the name of Peller to push that thing. I mean, I think some people will love Shatta Wale for his song, but others will also love him for the antics and other things that he does. So for me, I think it's a positive one. And again, the fun thing, I think, is positive for now until we see the negative. I think even if people are giving negative comments like they did to Achipalago, still they were just there to give him bad reviews. And so now I'm a nominate Kosro. So there's positive side to even when people are giving you negative comments. So I think that one, it is positive for the whole business that they are in. But if it gets to the point that, I mean, some people will be physical, some people want to go beyond what we think they should go, then it's an issue that we have to address. But for the online thing that they are doing, I think it's okay. We should just allow it.
Mr. P, if he was also expecting a certain bank, a certain reaction, and a winner, which is why he thinks that the feud between Shatta Wale and Stonebwoy is the one that is causing his products not to go the way he expected that. Then he should also know that there are other products that can give him that bank.
Roland is just trying to be mischievous. Make he get out from here. Well, this is how we end today's edition. And, oh, just so you know, Masha here has been Roland's teacher before.
Oh
yeah. He taught him literature, just so you guys know. So
and how to use it.
So I'm sure Roland will be proud that today, the boss taught me what around him. Masha, thank you so much. I enjoyed you. We'll be doing it, like I said, even in America. We'll still be chasing him to do some more. Special thanks to Intim Dodi Solomon as well as Roland Amate as well. And with our team of producers, Theophilus Digosh, Desert, as well as Sam Tuga. We'll be meeting again on this same platform, same show. Subscribe to us. Let's read your commentaries. We're out of here. Salam.
Everybody check now. Check it. My check it. Fa check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it, check it. Fa check it, check it. Fa check it, fa check it, check it, check it. Green select glucometer. Fa check it, fa check it, check it, check it. Put sugar level, fa check it, fa check it, check it, check it. Fa check it, fa check it, check it, check it. Green select glucometer. Everybody check now. This advert has been vetted and approved by the